Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says there could be a potential deal in the works with Hamas to free the more than 200 hostages that were kidnapped on October 7th. He says the government is working around the clock to free them, but that revealing any details at this point could jeopardize these delicate negotiations. For the families of those being held captive, they are forced to continue to wait and to pray for their safe return and wonder how and where their loved ones are. Abbey Onn is living that painful reality every single moment. Two of her family members were horrifically murdered by Hamas, Carmela Dan and her granddaughter Noya. Three other family members remain captive. She is joining us now to share their stories. Thank you, Abbey, for being with us. And I'm so sorry under these circumstances and for your family's personal loss. I want to start with each of your loved ones who are being held hostage, beginning with 11-year-old Erez. What can you tell us about him? I'm going to give this 1 second. Abbey, we can't hear you, but I'm going to let our audio team check it out.
There we are.
There you go.
Sorry.
Hi.
There we are.
That's okay.
It was actually, yeah.
Go ahead and start over. I was asking about Erez.
He turned 12 actually in captivity. His birthday was just over 2 weeks ago. So I think we were holding out hope that he would be home to celebrate with his family. He is a horseback rider and a bike rider and plays the trumpet, and he's the youngest of his 4 siblings. He's there with his older sister, Sahar, who is 16. She's a year away from graduating high school, and she's an artist and loves music and dancing. And they were taken hostage with their father, Ofer, who is 53 and is a carpenter and also a bike rider and the father of 4.
And we can see each of them on the screen now. Where were they taken, Abbey?
They were on kibbutz near Oz, which is, really, really close to the border in the southern part of Gaza. But we have confirmed text messages from them around 8:23 in the morning that they escaped through their window. I think, like many people, they could hear the terrorists in the house. And I think Ofer must have thought the best course of action was to leave through the window. And they were probably taken hostage somewhere in the fields. On October 8th, we saw a video of Hamas dragging Erez down the road on the kibbutz. And I think that's when we knew that this was definitely a hostage situation.
And so many families, yours included, have asked and hoped for proof of life through this process. How difficult is it to stay hopeful without that understanding that in many cases it just hasn't been possible?
Without being able to get into the brain of Hamas, I have to believe that they're keeping them safe and whole because they are their best bargaining chip. But it feels beyond frustrating that the world isn't shouting for the Red Cross to be allowed in to confirm sign of life and to give medical care to those that need it.
Are you receiving much information? Are the families from the Israeli government? What is the communication right now?
At this point, we're in week 6, and I would say the communication is more is happening more often. But I heard your intro, and basically no one's going to tell us what's happening behind the scenes because they don't want to jeopardize anything. So while we feel like we have more access to the leaders, both in the United States and in France and Israel, for example, we don't really have concrete information.
How closely are you in touch with other family members of the 242, according to the IDF? Are you all working together and leaning on one another?
Yeah, so Carmela, who is one of my family members that was murdered, was an American citizen. And we, as families of people that have American hostages, have really come together to work with government and media. And there's a strong community there, but that's part of this larger headquarters of families. And I think everyone now feels like part of the same family, that until every single hostage is home, every one of us will keep fighting.
Tell me more about Carmela and also her granddaughter, Noya.
Carmela's father moved from the United States in the 1930s and helped build one of the earliest kibbutzim, these communal living areas. And she moved to near Oz almost 60 years ago, where she met her husband, and they built their whole family. They had 3 children and 12 grandchildren, and she was a doting grandmother and a great friend and loved baking and gardening and riding her bike up until now. She turned 80 in the middle of all of this. So she was active and full of life and loved talking to her grandchildren and listening to their stories. And she was very much the matriarch of our family in Israel.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.